Virgo, hi, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, I'm your host Tina and welcome to my channel. It's the first week of March. Happy March. Hope you guys are doing really great. We're going to be doing your upcoming weekly tarot. This one is for March 1st to March 7th. Now, if you are new and it is your first time tuning in, I do pull 2 layers. We're going to get into it right away. I'll pull the first layer now. Let me just give these a quick shuffle here and let's see what the tarot would like to share with you today, Virgo, for this first week of March. All right, we just had a full moon in Virgo, so let us see. We're going to stop it here. All right, Virgo, at the bottom, we have the Lovers. Could just be feeling the love, could feel like you have a personal choice to make. But it seems as though, yeah, it's so interesting. We got the Lovers at the bottom, but the overall energy is the inverse Lovers, is the Devil here. That's the overall energy. I feel like you're shedding light on, like, I don't know, you know, the Lovers is ultimately a card about choice. And so when it's inverse and we have the Devil, it's really about unhealthy choices that we've been making. And I feel like that's what's happening this week, is you're shedding some light here on maybe some unhealthy choices you've been making, and you're just becoming aware of it and really in this place of trying to make some progress here. But the recent past, we do have the Ace of Pentacles. So I do feel like you're seeing a sense of a new reality for yourself, or something's been planted in your head and it's just got you really consciously aware of anything that's had some kind of negative hold on you or toxic hold on you. You know, something that's been tempting, but you know it's not good for you type of energy. But I feel like you sense a new reality and it's causing you to put like a light on this like shadow aspect of yourself here, right? The situation is the Knight of Cups here. I feel like you're just using your intuition and you're really trying to make some progress here. You're trying to make progress, but you might be finding it a little bit more difficult this week. We are going to go in and clarify. In the challenge position, which really for me lines up with this Devil energy, is the Seven of Cups. And the reason I say that is because often you see these golden chalices and they're like our desires and our hopes and our wishes. But when you look closer at the chalices, you'll see that not all of them hold something really good, actually. And so really what it's trying to show us is that sometimes we have to be more discerning and discriminating with what we want, because we have to ask ourselves, is what we want really what's good for us? And so I feel like that's kind of the theme that I'm noticing right now with your spread. Where's your mind at? And what you're focused on is fighting, right? Standing tall, having the courage to face what you need to face and to keep fighting. You got the Nine of Wands here. Yeah, it's the Wounded Warrior, but it's a card of persevering and still finding the courage and strength within yourself to keep fighting. Your approach is the King of Swords. This is you really, I think, starting to analyze things in a very intellectual capacity, and really being honest with yourself about choices and decisions you need to make or strategy you need going forward. But I feel like a lot of analytical thought right now in your approach. In your environment, we do have the Two of Pentacles. So you could just be having, honestly, a lot of day-to-day responsibilities. But, you know, the Two of Pentacles, you can see the infinity sign as this person's juggling. And that's kind of what it's to indicate, that you could be juggling a lot. But it's showing that you're able to keep the balance, that you know how to prioritize. And you're just like in this position where you can handle kind of anything that life throws your way. And maybe, you know, you're back and forth on something as well. Like one day you're yes, another day you're no. But it's kind of that juggling act. It's usually with your day-to-day responsibilities. And it really just shows that you're doing a good job maintaining balance and prioritizing. Coming towards you, Ace of Wands. We have 2 aces on your spread here. This really indicates new seeds of opportunity for new beginnings for you. And with the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles, yeah, it's unmanifested, but these really show and indicate that you do have the willpower to bring it to life, right? That you don't just have the desire, you can match it with your will and actually bring it to life. All right, Virgo, let's go in and clarify each of these. But it's so interesting. You have the Lovers at the bottom there and then the Devil as the overall energy. All right, tell us more for Virgo. March 1st to March 7th. I'm not taking it. is the Hermit and the Ace of Wands. Yeah. Again, I do feel like you're putting on light on like a shadow aspect of yourself, something that you know, or you're realizing hasn't been really good for you. And that can be uncomfortable, but it's really where the growth happens and where you free yourself, you unchain yourself, you know. All right. The cards are wanting to jump out. Let me give them a few more. All right, Virgo, I am going to stop here. Let's clarify these energies. 5 of Cups is at the bottom. Yeah, it's like you're trying to keep it moving, right? Trying to not only see, it's important to not only, to shed light on the things that have control over us, but always remember the areas where you're strong too and how much you've overcome and how far you've come as well, you know? That's just as important. Yeah, you're ready to turn the wheel. You are ready to turn the wheel. Something related to your past. The Devil did come out twice here. Okay, in the recent past, we have the Page of Swords and the Ace of Pentacles. You learned something. You discovered something. I don't know if you got to the heart of a matter or if you removed confusion here, if it was through a conversation or through your own kind of research in a way. But either way, you gain more information here with the Page of Swords, and that puts you in that position of implanting a seed for you for a chance for a new start, like a new reality here, something that you can truly manifest with that Ace of Pentacles. Now let's talk about your overall energy. Clarifying the Devil is the 6 of Cups here. So there's definitely something here in your past that you're just knowing has had some kind of hold on you. 6 of Cups is generally a very positive card, but pairing it with the Devil, it's clear there's something here that's been with you for some time, it almost feels like, with that 6 of Cups. And now you're really just becoming aware of it, of its control or interdependence. But something here that's kind of been negative and not been good for you ultimately, right? You know that it hasn't been good for you. The current situation, we got the Knight of Cups and the Page of Cups. You're really using your intuition here and you're really remaining open-hearted. Though this is kind of a test in a lot of ways, and like I said, it may not be super easy shedding the light, but I do feel a genuine lightheartedness still on your part here. But you have the Page of Cups and the Knight of Cups. You're open to learning, you're open, there's an openness to you. You're not slamming any doors shut, even if it's just spiritually, right? Even if it's just your energy, you're like, fine, let me see what's behind this door kind of energy. In the challenge position, clarifying that 7 of Cups, we got the Devil. So you got it twice. For me, this is abundantly clear that it's asking you to say, hey, what I want, taking it a step further than just wanting something, is asking yourself, is this really what's good for me? Is this really going to serve my highest good? Is it ultimately going to make me happy, right? Going a little bit deeper than the surface. And so it's really asking yourself, what do you truly want? And is what you want good for you? Sometimes it is. I'm not saying it's not, but it's just about asking ourselves those questions, you know? Where's your mind at? What you're focused on? We got the Knight of Swords here and the 9 of Wands. It's you want to maybe communicate something, or you really want to move fast. I feel like there's an energy of you wanting to make things happen and for things to move along. You might really want to have a conversation and call somebody out here as well, for some of you with that Knight of Swords. But it's a little headstrong, and it's about still fighting the good fight, even if you're tired. Even if you're tired here, right? That's what's really going on. But that Knight of Swords, he charges in, usually feels like there was an injustice, wants to correct it, or wants to approach somebody so that they can correct it. But it's it's a charging in type of energy, and he's ready to wield that sword. In your approach, you got the King of Swords clarified by the Wheel of Fortune. For me, this is you're wanting to change your fate here, right? You're wanting things to turn in your favor here. And with the King of Swords, again, I feel like you're in that position of making choices and making decisions so that you can bring what was down back up. It's you're in the driver's seat. You're I can choose my fate here with the King of Swords and the Wheel of Fortune. That's what your approach very much feels like. Like you're in the driver's seat and you're saying to yourself that you can choose your fate here. In your environment, you know, we got that Two of Pentacles, which I was saying is like the juggling act. But then, you know, there was a moment where I was like, you could be back and forth in a situation, like one day yes, one day no. And clarifying that is the Seven of Pentacles here. And so I feel very much like you're back and forth with a certain situation. Do you keep investing your energy, your time, you know, all of your resources in a way into a situation? Because you could be finding, yeah, that there's certain things in your life that you've worked hard on and you're actually able to reap the rewards, as you should, because you've invested a lot of time and energy. However, there are other areas, which this is really indicating here, that like you're back and forth, right? You're undecided. Should you keep staying? And it's like one day yes, one day no. Trying to find the balance within yourself to make this decision, right? Because you've poured a lot of energy, so it's not easy to walk away from something that you've already given so much to. However, just because you've poured in a lot of energy doesn't mean you should stay either. So it's you, only you know that answer, but you're definitely in that analyzing place, and you're really thinking of the big picture and the long term here. Coming towards you is really fantastic. Clarifying the Ace of Wands is the Three of Wands. You're really, you know, getting your power back here, getting your mojo back. You got the Ace of Wands with the Three of Wands, right? This is a personal reboot with that Ace of Wands, hitting restart, hitting refresh. You know, having like so much willpower is what's coming through as well, especially with the Devil being here twice and you like saying, I determine my fate, I write my story. And I just feel like there's a lot of will that you're able to exert this week and you're tapping into. There's like fire within you, right? You got the Three of Wands. I just feel like you're standing at a higher vantage point. That's what's coming towards you. Really like able to see your life in an objective way instead of like a subjective way. And maybe, you know, you've made plans to pivot and to change directions. And this is you like saying, hey, it's time for me to not just have plans, but to put them into action. And you do that by gathering your resources, getting all the things and all your ducks in order so that you can act, right? So that you can make moves here. And I see that. And maybe you're waiting for something to come through because you've already done that. But this is definitely like, again, getting your mojo back, getting your power back here. Definitely, there's so much willpower that's coming through for you this week. All right, Virgo, I am going to leave it there for you. I do hope you enjoyed this reading, of course. If anything did resonate, then please like and subscribe. Thank you for letting me tune into your energies, and I will see you all next week.